Welcome back. Today we are now joined by Dave Newman with the Hearing Connection. Hey Dave, thanks for joining us today.
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Good. We got some needed rain. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Thank you I'll give it to Mike. I'll give it to Mike today. Thanks to Mike.
We'll give it to Mike.
Exactly. So we're here today. We're going to be talking about tuning up your brain when it comes to hearing well, and how it kind of creates hearing problems if it's kind of not tuned up right. So Dave, kind of explain how that process works.
So we think we hear through our ears, which we do, but basically the sounds comes through our pinna and travels through the outer, middle, and inner ear. When it travels into the middle or the inner ear, it's basically the sound is turned into an electrical signal that travels to the auditory nerve that feeds up to our brain. And if those electrical signals aren't hitting on all cylinders, the brain isn't processing properly. And as time goes by, our auditory nerves, which are basically produce electrical signals, they sometimes wear out, and they need to be basically exercised just like our bodies need to be. We need to move. And if they're not moving properly, that auditory nerve, when it hits the brain, it does not fire correctly and then process sounds correctly. So sometimes we call it a tune-up by getting hearing aids, because what that does is it powers those hair cells, those electronic signals, to make the brain work a little bit more efficiently, to let people hear better.
That's quite interesting, because you think about hearing problems and you're really just thinking about the ear, but it sounds like the way you're describing it, those hearing problems are often stemming really from that connection, or being, as you put it, kind of out of tune with that connection from your ear to your brain.
That is correct. So the brain processes everything. If we have pain, it gets processed through the brain. So the brain is a very important factor to how our body functions, and definitely with the hearing, it's definitely the big part of making it so people can hear properly.
So hearing aids can get you tuned up, can get you tuned in, tuned up right, get you the right signal.
Absolutely, and and they have to be tuned up by a professional, because sometimes you buy these things that are over the counter, and if they're not tuned up properly, you're not going to hear well, and then you're going to get irritated. So it's always good to seek a hearing professional when you're getting that tune up.
That's awesome. And Dave, what do you know? You are our local hearing professional over at the Hearing Connection. How can people get in contact with you if they're having hearing issues?
The best way to do that is just to look up me on Google, Google the Hearing Connection, and you'll see my website, and you'll be able to look at my reviews. And then also, if you want to call me directly, it's 816-273-0074.
All right, sounds great. Dave Newman with the Hearing Connection. Dave, thank you again for joining us, giving us this cool information.
See you guys.
And stay with us. We'll be right back after a break.